Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're getting our shit together. Honestly, today's the day. This is kind of a video about how I get out of a rut or how I reset after feeling like I've lost track of what I'm supposed to be doing. Let's just call this like realigning again, glowing up again, focusing on what's important. So today I planned this in advance. I said today's the day. I'm gonna lock in. I'm not going to get distracted. I'm going to execute a plan for the rest of the week. This is how I get out of a rut. This is how I do it every time. Like, there is a blueprint for me personally that works for me, that makes me feel like I've reset and I've totally just like started from a clean slate. When I wake up and I open my eyes, I lay in bed. Sometimes, yes, the first urge I have is to reach for my phone, and I stop myself and I say, hey, wait, just lay here for a couple of minutes and think about what you want to do today. I visualize how my day is going to go, right? I make my bed, I open the curtains, I let the sunshine come in. I acknowledge that it's a new day. I'm grateful. I wake up with gratitude that I get to start over. I make my bed, because I respect my space and I deserve a clean space. I do my skincare because I love myself. Then I make a healthy breakfast. I make myself tea. I make myself coffee, right? I personally love to stretch in the morning. I love to stretch like every hour of the day. I'm always like stretching. I'm always trying to move, right? And the importance of stretching and the importance of exercising, I think, in the morning as part of a reset routine is that like you're pushing out stagnant energy and you're replacing it with like new energy, with like today's energy. You're not carrying the tension from yesterday or last week or anything like that. So a lot of resetting is just replacing old habits or yesterday's habits with today's new habits, today's more positive, productive habits, right? So stretching, breathing, exercising, like letting go. And then also what I like to do is I like to listen to audiobooks in the morning. Right now, or like this morning, I was listening to No Excuses by Brian Tracy. And Brian Tracy is a great author. He has written the book No Excuses, The Psychology of Selling. He is very well respected in the business and self-development area. And he has helped me with his books so much, and there are countless other books out there that you can be reading that align with your purpose, that align with your intentions and your goals and your path. So waking up, taking care of your space, taking care of yourself, putting healthy food in your body. Do you know what that's going to make you want to do for the rest of the day? You're going to want to keep that momentum. You're going to keep wanting, you're going to set the tone for your day. Disciplined, you will have a better chance of following through the rest of your day with discipline, with respect for yourself, with intention. So it all starts first thing when you wake up, right? So make that critical decision when you wake up that like today is the day. We're not wasting another day getting distracted. We're not letting people distract us. We're not letting the problems of the world, get us down or sidetrack us. We're replacing stagnant beliefs and thoughts with new beliefs and thoughts, and they're going to be positive and they're going to be intentional. So the most important part of getting out of a rut is structure. You need to write down your goals. If you want to be happy and if you want to be in control of your life, it is absolutely crucial. This is the entire point of this video. Getting out of a rut involves structure. Getting out of a rut involves having goals and developing a clear plan so that you wake up every day and you know what you have to do to get where you want to be. Because you can't hit a target that you can't see. You can't hit a target that doesn't exist. Okay? Did you know that there was a study. There was a study back in 2006. This year is 2025. But I highly suspect that this study, the findings of this study, are still true. So did you know that you are more likely to achieve a goal or achieve success if you write it down? In 2006, there were two groups, a large volume of people in two different groups, and one subject group was writing down their goals. The other subject group did not write down their goals, and they had concepts of a goal, right? One had clearly identified on paper what they wanted to achieve, while the other group did not write down their goals on paper. So after 1 year, who do you think, what group had a higher rate of success? And I won't keep you guessing for long. It's the group that wrote their goals down. So only 4% of the people who did not write their goals down achieved their goals. 4% versus 44% of people who did write their goals down achieved success. So that's actually a 10-time increase. So writing down your goals makes you 10 times more likely, 1,000% more likely to achieve something than if you had not written it down. Then if you are more likely to achieve more when you write things down than people who are not writing things down. Those people may be your competition. Those people might not be your competition. But you want to be the person who writes things down because you want to achieve success, right? If you don't write your goals down, all you have is thoughts and wishes. You have no structure. You have no direction. When you write things down, you know what you need to do today. You know what you need to do. Like, just take it week by week. Don't live day by day. At least plan your week. At least know what you have going on in the foreseeable future ahead of you. Living day to day and waking up every day thinking like, oh, what will I do today? And rewriting the plan. No, you need to think about the week ahead of you, the month ahead of you. What do you want to accomplish in the bigger picture? And then break it down Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What are you going to do to move the needle? Because if you don't have structure, because if you don't have goals, you're going to get distracted. You're going to fall off on the sidelines. You don't have a clear track. Your success, you're going to be all over the place. You're going to settle for anything. So set clear goals. Work towards them every day. You need to have goals to accomplish worthwhile things in life. If you are constantly falling into a rut, it's probably because you don't know what you want. If you're constantly getting distracted, it's probably because you don't have anything better to do. When you know what you want, when you know what you have to do, you're going to carve out time. It's going to be important to you that you hit every little thing, every little task that needs to get done. So structure your week. What are you going to do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? I know what I have to do. I know that my goal is to work 5 nights a week. I pick and choose which 5 nights of the week, ahead of the week, on Sunday when I make my schedule, what nights I'm going to work. I know what days I'm going to be in the gym, doing what, at what time. I know that, I need to listen to this audiobook 30 minutes a day. I know that, I know what I need to do. I have structure. Also, part of not falling off and not falling into a rut is staying busy. You need to stay busy to stay out of trouble, because you'll end up settling. You'll end up settling for anything. You need to stay busy AF and structured AF, or else you will fall off. I promise you. So if you have a clear goal and a plan to achieve it, you have a track to run on every single day. So don't be that person without goals. So don't be that person who doesn't write down what they want. You need to get clear about what you want or else you will constantly feel lost and confused about your purpose. I know what I want. I know what I need to do. If you want financial freedom, how are you going to get there? If you want a hot body, how are you going to get there? You can't just say, oh, I want to lose weight, or like, I want to get rich, or I want to have, okay, write it down and then develop a plan, right? If you say like, oh, I want to lose weight, but you never actually like write it down, you never actually implement like, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to do cardio, and then this is my diet. Like, write it down. Be specific. You need structure to avoid getting distracted. And I'm speaking from experience, right? If I have nothing better to do, if I do not write down, like, if I'm not busy, if I have nothing to do tomorrow, and someone says, hey, do you want to, like, go out tonight and, like, get, like, shit-faced? I don't have, like, that in my mind, like, no, I have goals, or I have goals, like, I have to wake up tomorrow and work on my goals, right? So stay out of trouble, stay away from people who have no goals, because a lot of the time it's your environment. You are heavily influenced by the people around you. So also part of your goals should be deciding that you're going to distance yourself from some people, you're going to distance yourself from some environments, you're going to say no, you're going to have boundaries, you're going to have a clear vision of your week. You can wake up any day of the week and know exactly what it is you need to do because you wrote it down, because you constantly refer back to your goals. Oh, on Monday I'm going to do this, Tuesday I'm going to do this, Wednesday I'm going to do this. You already know. You don't wake up in the morning and scratch your head and have a, decision fatigue. You already wrote it down. The motivated version, the disciplined version of yourself already decided what you need to do when you are feeling motivated, so that when your unmotivated self wakes up and says, what am I going to do today? Refer to the plan.